So finally, I was able to watch Alien Romulus. It's a movie that I always wanted to watch in the cinema. Get that alien experience. And I was a kid, I got to watch Alien Resurrection, and later on, unfortunately, the Alien versus Predator movies, both of them, I had the misfortune to watch those two in the cinema because I thought they were gonna be good. Never mind about that. But yeah, Alien Romulus feels like a big refresh for the people who haven't seen the first Alien movie in the cinemas, or it's like a re-experience for every Alien fan to like to to experience the magic or the horrors of the first movie all over again. Pretty much, Alien Romulus is a back to basics where we have a very simple crew who find themselves inside a derelict spaceship, and then things happen. As far as the cast goes, I really enjoyed all the characters here. I find them all interesting. I find them all relatable. They're just young people who are trying to make a living, trying to make, you know, um, make their lives somewhat better from a world that is overrun by the eldritch horrors of the corporations. Very relatable, I'm sure. Even the most annoying character over there, I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. At first, this guy he seems like quite annoying, but then you get like a 2 second, background about his story, and then all of a sudden I empathized with him right away. And even though when things start happening, you can see that he's someone that actually cares for the other characters. I really liked our main character Rain, played by Kaylee something, Kaylee Spanley something. I'll double check that later. I was able to like emphasize her undergoing through some very serious things while taking responsibility of an android that that's already malfunctioning, but at the same time, yeah, I get it that she needs to get rid of this android, but at the same time she's like conflicted that she has to take care of him because she sees him as a brother. And I kind of get that because she's all he has left. And at the same time, you feel that it's just like she just can't abandon him, but at the same time, she kind of has to. But the tragedy here is that they showed it very much in the movie how no matter how hard you work, the people up top, they're not gonna let you climb up. They're just gonna stump you. They're just gonna push you lower. They're gonna keep you in place so that they themselves up there will remain comfortable. And yet they still continue. They continue to struggle. They continue to work hard, do what they gotta do, and that's very relatable. Now, when the things happen, when they actually saw the aliens coming in, oh my god, this is like I've seen like this is one of the most horrifying things I've seen. When the facehuggers start crawling around, there isn't only one there. There were a lot, and one of those things are already very scary. Then you see there's a lot of them crawling in. So many. It's so creepy to look at them all coming in, and then when when they all left the room, and then when the door closed, you see all of their fingers, all of them. It's just like so creepy to look at. It was so terrifying. Also, I'm not sure if they showed how powerful, how strong these face huggers are for them to break through the glass, or was it because Rain pretty much cracked the glass early on already? So I don't know, but I know these things are strong. Just not sure if they're that strong, or if if Rain hadn't cracked the glass, would the face huggers be there, stuck there, causing them less problems? I also really like how in Romulus, from the alien movie atmosphere, it kinda shifts to aliens, where Rain takes big action, big epic action. She grabs a gun, then she takes action. I just thought it was really cool. That elevator scene, that was beautiful. That was epic. And like, and when she was in the elevator, clinging on while seeing the xenomorph approaching her, and then the face hugger, and then how she just like how she just cried there. She was just in despair because just like, she's gonna be a goner. She knows it, and then there's feels like there's no hope, and then it was just one of the best actings I've ever seen. It was awesome. It was just one of the best actings I've ever seen. The way she showed that emotion, which also leads me to the last part about the offspring. You know, when she brought that the freezing thing, and then she was going to try to destroy the thing, I guess. But then when the egg hatched, no, and then there was a human a human looking baby in there. Then just her face, her complete shock in the on that scene, man. Kaylee just captured that expression so well. That um that astonishment mixed with horror. I think it was just awesome, man. It was just so good. I really want to see more of her in this franchise. I really hope that more aliens will be made with her. Mm. I don't think there was any scene in Alien Romulus that I did not like. I don't think there was any scene there that made me roll my eyes. Like, nah, yeah, no. Maybe when Rain was falling down the shaft and then the alien caught her. That kind of made me like convenient. But otherwise, I'm a-okay with most of it. Hmm. Also, that scene, the delivery scene or the labor scene, you know, yeah. I have no words for it. I was just watching it and thinking about it right now. I was just so horrified. I'm like, oh my god. It was just, that's like, if if in the 70s the chest burster scene inflicted so much what the f's, this was the equivalent of it. Like, what the f? Oh man, I was watching the entire thing. Oh, by the way, I watched Alien Romulus on a flight, on a plane, on a tiny screen on the plane. So still, I'm hoping to watch it in a bigger screen soon. But yeah, I was just watching the movie. I was like this during that scene, the bird scene. I was just like this. Oh my god, it was a fantastic scene. Yeah, it was an effective scene as a movie. Yeah. It's so hot. Watching watching Romulus. kind of like gave me new appreciation, gave me newfound appreciation and love to every alien movie, except the versus Predator stuff. You know, those were horrible. Those were just bad, like just really really bad. Particularly, first you have Alien, you know, which is more of a claustrophobic horror thing. A twist to the slasher genre. And then you got Aliens, which is more a military action with some horror vibes mixed into it. And then you get Alien 3, which is more like one, but hmm, but it's just different. It's just different. Then you get Alien Resurrection, which is again action, but it's more, you know, is it more pulpy? It's more strange. It tried to be cool. I remember that scene where there was one of those characters. I think it was Ron Perlman, who was hanging by the ladder, and then he flips upside down, and he just ate it. Yeah, it was bizarre like that. But yeah, not bizarre actually. That scene, as a kid, I thought that was pretty cool. That's one of the coolest things I've seen as a kid. But yeah, I don't know what this is. I'm just drinking it. I thought it was Coke, but it's not. And then you have Ridley Scott's Prometheus, which I really liked. I really, really liked Prometheus. It tried to do something weirdly different. It was such a surreal movie. And then you have Covenant. I feel like it's just supposed to be Covenant, you know, without the alien title. You know, because it's just so different. It really felt like more like a Prometheus sequel more than an alien spin-off, if that makes any sense. I probably am not. This is good. Each movie related to Alien felt wildly different. And then we get Romulus, which brings back the nostalgia on why we love the series, why we love the movies in the first place. I really enjoyed it. Now, I'm hoping we get a sequel. I think we are. I think we are getting a sequel soon. Faster than we think. And I hope it's gonna be good. On top of that, we have a TV series, right? Alien Earth, I think that's the title. I'm not sure. It's coming out in Hulu soon. Really looking forward to that. I'll watch that right away. I mean, I don't have a Hulu subscription. I don't even know if we have Hulu here in this country. I guess I'll find out. But I'm willing to pay good money to watch the show. I hope it's really good. I hope, this is what I hope, you know, that since we're getting two versions of Predator, you know, there's Predator and there's Prey, okay? Which is weird actually. For me, that's more like a test run, I guess. That's more like a test run if they can apply that to the Alien series, I think. So if that's successful, I'm hoping that we can have some sort of like two versions of Alien, you know. There's just the Alien series and then the other series, you know, the one that continues Prometheus, Covenant, and the third movie. Which reminds me, I am not happy with how Straw ended, so maybe we can get a movie that happens in between to see what really happened. I mean, there's more potential to that. I mean, it's fine, I guess, you know. That's part of the tragedy, you know. Like their ship just crashing and then Shaw just died. Yeah, I think I think that's fine actually. I think that twist is fine. It's just part of a tragedy. And sometimes things doesn't work in your favor. Seriously, what is this? Also, I apologize. Like I started talking about an entirely different thing, but yeah, that's what I hope. Two alien related stuff. You know, the Alien series that continues more the adventures of Rain and her brother. I forgot his name. I'm sorry. And more about the Ridley Scott stuff. I think it's safe to say that Alien Romulus is going to be one of my comfort shows. That thing that I just pop up on TV when there's nothing going on. That's the that's what Romulus is to me now. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was a great movie. Lots of great action. Lots of great scares. Lots of great characters. I also got to see. Um, Maybe I should just mention this in passing. The scene where one of the guys just like shot the the xenomorph, the xenomorph pupa, xenomorph cocoon, and when he shot it, and then just that thing came out, and then they poked him a bit, and then he was like, "No, the acid." It's you know, I didn't like that, and the only reason why I didn't mention that as one of the scenes that I didn't like is because I saw the deleted scene where after shocking it and then it was bleeding acid and then he left and then the tail came out and struck him in the back, which was so much better. I don't know why they switched the scene into something believable into something stupid. Why? That's the only thing I didn't understand. It's just like 10-second difference. Does that really affect the runtime? Just 10 seconds or less. Come on. Also, by the way, I forgot to mention that. Now that I mentioned that scene, it's so interesting to see. We always saw that from the egg, there's a face hugger, and after it grabs your face, there's a chest burster. But after the chest burster, we see that alien thing already. We don't see what's happening between the chest burster, and the xenomorph. And then seeing that cocoon, it was just it was just wow. It was so fascinating to see that. So I'm very again. I'm very happy in Alien and Romulus. It's a movie that I'll be watching again and again, time to time. It's such a comfort watch. I love the characters. Rain is my new favorite protagonist. And yeah, that's about it. Ciao, ciao.